Good evening and welcome to Matt Walker Memorial Stadium in the Sulphur High School. On behalf of Superintendent Carl Brookhouse and Sulphur High School Principal David Poole, we would like to welcome the Sulphur High School administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2020.
Hello, my name is Colby Gary, and I am your Master of Ceremonies. My fellow graduates, family members, honored guests, Sulphur High administration and faculty, welcome to the first time in 45 years to Matt Walker Memorial Stadium for the commencement ceremony of the Sulphur High class of 2020. C.S. Lewis once said, "Hardships often make ordinary people ready for extraordinary destinies." If that's the case, then the class of 2020 is destined for extraordinary futures. There are millions of historical moments throughout time, but this moment right here, this is our moment. So without further ado, welcome to our moment. At this time, please rise for the invocation led by Class of 2020's Vice President, Cade Bruni, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Sulphur's Student of the Year and Student Council President, Olivia Reeves, and our Student Council Vice President, Emily Petros, followed by the Star Spangled Banner and Alma Mater.
Please bow your head in prayer with me. Dear Lord, thank you for blessing us with this amazing moment and for protecting us throughout these past 4 years and during this quarantine. Please bless everyone who is here today and all those watching at home. Lord, we thank you for all the good and bad times we have experienced during our time here at Sulphur High School. We thank you again for all the amazing teachers and mentors who have made this day possible. They have blessed us with all the knowledge and skill needed for the next chapter in our lives. As we move into whatever our futures may hold, we ask that you keep blessing us with knowledge, keep us safe, and guide us to make the right choices in life. We ask all this in your precious and holy name. Amen.
And now the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Before we begin, we would like to recognize our honored guests, our Superintendent, Mr. Carl Brookhouse, our Chief Academic and Operating Officers, Dr. Shannon Lafargue and Robert Barentine. Robert Pete, the Administrative Director of High Schools, the Director of Career and Technical Education, Tony McCardle, Tammy Abear, the Director of High School Curriculum, and our school board members, Russell Castile, Bliss Bouillard, and Billy Bro. Without these guests tonight, these events would not have occurred. We would also like to thank Sulphur's Mayor, Mr. Mike Danahay. We'd like to acknowledge and thank the administration that has helped us complete this education milestone at Sulphur High. Sulphur High Principal, Mr. David Poole, and Freshman Principal, Mr. Lee Crick. Sulphur High's Assistant Principal Squad, Dr. Catherine Clofus, William Jardina, Andrew Patton, and Freshman Assistant Principal, Dielle Barentine. And our Curriculum Coordinator, Ms. Julie McCardle. At this time, I'd like to introduce a man who has taught us not to be lukewarm, a man who has always run the race to win the prize. Here to introduce the class of 2020 is our principal, Mr. David Poole.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Matt Walker Memorial Stadium, home of the Golden Tours. We're excited to host the first Sulphur High graduation here since 1976. Let me introduce to you the graduating class of 2020. I am thankful that we're able to host graduations here all week for every public high school in Calcasieu Parish. It is a testimony to the people of Sulphur and our commitment to education and young people. I want to specifically thank Mr. Tony McCardle for working tirelessly to make this happen. Students, I want to congratulate you on this milestone. I want to challenge you to not let this be the high point of your life. Let this occasion be the first of many great accomplishments. I challenge you to be bold, be different, stand apart from the crowd, and forge a path that makes a difference. You've shown perseverance getting to this point. You will need much more to accomplish all that you can. Strive for excellence in everything that you do, and always show that Tour pride. Remember, don't be lukewarm and run to win the prize. Go Tours.
Thank you, Mr. Poole. To quote William Shakespeare, what's past is prologue. Well, here to reminisce about our prologue is Mr. SHS and Spring Court King, Gabe Guillory.
Good evening. At first, I was planning on just reciting Troy Bolton's incredible graduation speech from High School Musical 3. But I figured I wouldn't be allowed to do that. So I began to reflect over my high school years. As I reminisce over the great memories, two words came to mind when I thought about the class of 2020 as a whole: overcomer and strength. An overcomer never gives up. He or she stops fighting against what God has planned for them and doesn't just make it to survive. An overcomer flourishes from every battle, hurdle, or test thrown their way, and does it through the help and marvelous powers of God. As a class, we have been through trials and tribulations some have never seen. With the experience of a global pandemic and having to be quarantined, we were haunted and terrified of the possibility of not having a graduation ceremony. And enjoy other senior events that we would remember for the rest of our days. Did we cry? Yes. Were we upset? Of course. But in the end, we overcame this hurdle and are able to be here together on a special day. And plus, have a great story to tell our kids and grandchildren. Thank you. Bob Marley once said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." As a class, we have always been strong, but during this time of uncertainty, we have gotten stronger. It was such a breath of fresh air to see my classmates smiling, still positive, still resilient, still confident in believing that this too shall pass. Through various initiatives from the community such as Adopt a Senior to positive posts on Facebook and yard signs provide a sense of togetherness which made us realize we're not alone. Our strength overcomes challenges, which makes life interesting. Surpassing them is what makes life meaningful. And when we were challenged by the doubts of so many, our strength sustained us to reach one of the greatest moments of our lives, our class of 2020 commencement ceremony, a true closure to our 13 years of hard work and dedication. The iconic Michael Jackson once said, "Don't stop till you get enough." Class of 2020, if I can leave you here with anything today, it is the same hunger and faith we had for a graduation ceremony. It's the same hunger we need in the real world. Keep this fight until you feel satisfied or have the outcome that you want or feel that you deserve for the rest of your life. So I challenge you, class of 2020, don't stop dreaming, don't stop fighting, and most definitely don't stop overcoming and being strong. With that being said, also enjoy the little moments in life and don't overwork yourself. If this pandemic has taught me anything, it has taught me to love and cherish any and every moment with your family and friends. Thank you, Sulphur High, for an amazing 4 years. I will always remember being a mighty Gordon tornado. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe. Our next speaker is the rock that helped build the class of 2020. She has been our counselor since freshman year and was there when we created our schedules 4 years ago. And she even had the strength to continue helping us while she was out on maternity leave, and especially after March 13th, when she undoubtedly received hundreds of emails asking about school closure. She was vital to the class of 2020's survival these past few months. So it is my pleasure to introduce our counselor, Miss Julie Domingue.
Thank you, Colby. It has been my honor and pleasure to serve the class of 2020 over the past 3 years. You are indeed an amazing group of kids, and you hold a very special place in my heart. I look forward to seeing your many accomplishments and successes over the next several years. Remember, once a tour, always a tour. With that being said, I would like to recognize the honor graduates of the class of 2020. Seniors who desire honor status must meet the following guidelines. Take the courses required for TOPS or TOPS Tech scholarship program. Have a minimum overall GPA of at least a 3.5 based on the honors 5.5 GPA calculation scale. Be enrolled in a state-approved high school for their final 2 years leading to graduation. We are proud to say that 45% of our seniors in the class of 2020 are graduating tonight with honors. "178 students are wearing an honor graduate stole this evening. We would now like to honor these students. We have 45 cum laude graduates with a final GPA of a 3.5 to a 3.69. They are recognized tonight by wearing the Bronze Honor Stole. Would those graduates please stand at this time? Our 54 magna cum laude graduates have a final GPA of 3.7 to 3.89 and wear a silver honor stole. Would those graduates please stand at this time? And finally, our 78 summa cum laude graduates have a final GPA of 3.9 and higher. These graduates are wearing a gold stole this evening. Would those graduates please stand at this time? We also have 57 students who are wearing a multicolored honor cord signifying their achievement of earning a statewide credential. Would those students please stand at this time? Thank you. Students are also able to earn diploma endorsements. They are able to earn a community service endorsement on their diploma for completing a minimum number of documented, approved community service hours. These students have a seal applied to their diploma. Sulphur High School is proud to announce that one of our seniors have met the requirements necessary for the community service endorsement by completing the minimum of 80 hours. Please join me in congratulating Miss Kate Turner. Please stand. The second endorsement tonight is the State Seal of Biliteracy. These students have a seal applied to their diploma. To earn this endorsement, students must complete all ELA requirements, score 19 or above on the reading and English portions of the ACT, score a 3 or higher on the Spanish language or Spanish literature AP exam, or earn 4 Carnegie units in a world language. We are proud to announce that we have 18 students who have met these requirements. Please stand when your name is called. Alexis Bostic, Elizabeth Boyles, Garrett Brock, Kara Dean, Elizabeth Everett, Grant Hayden, Caitlin Kohlenberg, Chloe Lantier, Keely Leger, Isabel Medcalf, Arnolfo Olivares, Hallie Parker, Emily Petros, Camille Pointer, Olivia Reeves, Thomas Tyree, Hunter Williams, and Abigail Vanacore. Congratulations to these students.
Thank you, Ms. Domingue, for everything you've done for the class of 2020. Our next speaker has continuously reminded us of scholarship applications and due dates. To quote F. Scott Fitzgerald's Jay Gatsby, her voice is full of money. Here to announce the scholarship awards is Miss Stacy Blanchard.
Each year, Sulphur High School seniors are recognized for their hard work, self-motivation, and academic and athletic expertise by the awarding of scholarships to further their educational careers. Because of unforeseen circumstances, recipients were unable to be recognized for their accomplishments at the Senior Honors Program. So tonight, we would like to recognize the class of 2020 and their scholarship totals. These totals do not include the state's award for tops. Top scholarship recipients will not be notified of their award until later this summer. With that said, I will announce ranges of scholarship totals. Graduates, when you hear the range that relates to your total scholarship award, please stand. If you received scholarships ranging from $50 to $10,999, please stand. You may be seated. If you received scholarships ranging from $11,000 to $20,999, please stand. You may be seated. If you received scholarships ranging from $21,000 to $89,999, please stand. You may be seated. If you received scholarships in excess of $90,000, please stand. You may be seated. Our community has fully supported the continuing education of our graduating class by awarding scholarships in excess of $176,000. Your generosity is greatly appreciated, and we are forever grateful for your contributions. In addition, I am very happy to announce that the graduating class of 2020 has thus far amassed a total amount of scholarships in excess of $2,238,430. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Ms. Blanchard. To paraphrase George Burns, we look to the future because that is where we are going to spend the rest of our lives. Here to send us into the future is Miss SHS, Student Council President, and SASC Co-President, Maggie Tarot.
Survival. The state or fact of continuing to live or exist, typically in spite of an accident, ordeal, or difficult circumstances. Variations of the word survive have been used in anything from song to movie titles. So what really classifies someone as a survivor? Friends, family, teachers, and administration, I, Maggie Tarot, Student Council President, present to you the graduating class of 2020. The class of true survivors. Now let me explain. The class of 2020 has been through many accidents, ordeals, and difficult circumstances over the years. We were brought into this world during the aftermath of the tragedy that was 9/11. And just a few years later, we're hit with Hurricanes Katrina and Rita, which completely turned the world upside down, yet we're still here. We've survived Louisiana snow days, Louisiana flood days, and the occasional Louisiana hailstorm. We survived our first day of pre-K 14 years ago when we had to finally let go of Mom and Dad's hands, and did it 13 more times after that. We've been through the transition from elementary to middle school and middle to high school. We've experienced curriculum changes, new principals, midterms, finals. We've endured many firsts and many last, whether or not we knew that they would be our last. We had our final moments ripped away from us, those final moments on the field, those closing seconds on the stage, that last convention or performance we were looking forward to, that final day in the hallways and classrooms of Sulphur High after 14 years of hard work to get there. We've literally lived through a global pandemic. We've seen it all. We had the rug ripped right out from under our feet, yet here we are, walking across our field as graduates. It is accidents, ordeals, and difficult circumstances like these that have morphed us into the successful and accomplished young men and women, the survivors that we are today. Fellow classmates, I want you to look to your left and look to your right, and really take in this final moment together as classmates before we step into this new stage of our life and have to take on new accidents, ordeals, and difficult circumstances all on our own. Family, friends, teachers, and administration, I want you to look around at all of the caps and gowns and take a mental picture. Better yet, I'll take one for you. Because you're going to want to remember this too. Before you is the future. Future doctors, lawyers, educators, engineers, skilled tradesmen and women, the list goes on and on. And honestly, I couldn't think of any other group of people more prepared to take on the world. So before we all leave here today and step into this new chapter of our lives, I want each and every single one of you to remember that we are the class of 20. We are Sulphur Tours, and we are survivors. Thank you.
At this time, Assistant Principal Dr. Catherine Clofus and our Curriculum Coordinator, Ms. Julie McCardle, will begin awarding diplomas.
Unfortunately, all of our graduates could not be in attendance. Tonight, we would like to honor all members of the class of 2020 and call the names of those who could not join us. Graduates, please listen and walk when your name is called. As a courtesy to all the graduates and in an effort to ensure all names are heard, we ask that you hold your applause until every name is called. Cade Stoner Bruni. Kobe Lane Gary. Gabriel Morris Guillory. Emily Ann Petros. Olivia Rose Doucette Reeves. Maggie Marie Tarot. Courtney Danielle Campbell. Sutter Ryle Shaw. Anna Elizabeth Alamon. Kaylee Marie Alanez. Sierra Paige Almanza. Michael Eduardo Angel Bautista. Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. Landon Nicholas Arsenault. Isabella Grace Ardoin. Jonathan Gonzalez Areola. Aolani Mercedes Arroyo. Mackenzie Lynn Atwood. Keaton Joseph Othamont. Colton Thomas Baker. Benhero Bulago Buliot. Charlotte Laney Banker. Bodie Sutton Barlow. Levin Jace Beard. Alexis Nicole Bega. Stephen Wayne Belshie. Elise Morgan Benoit. Garen Bryce Benoit. Macon Paul Benton. Kinsley Jolie Bertrand. Peyton Matthew Bertrand. William Hayden Beeler. Ashton Cole Blake. Alexis Deanne Bostick. Cole Ray Boudreau. Hope Hollis Bourgeois. Hunter Danielle Bourgeois. Andrea Lee Boyd. Elizabeth Ann Boyles. Elizabeth Ann Brandon, Jalen Ray Brazil, Jasley Kiana Bro, Garrett Davis Brock, Dylan Joseph Broussard, Reagan Annalee Brown, Ethan Wade Browning, Michael Anthony Bryant, Logan Dimitri Buck, Madison Ann Buck, Bracy Jordan Buller, Lainey Lou Burleson, Michael Connor Buxton, Nicholas Todd Buxton, Reagan Claire Buxton, Christian James Campagna, Colin Blake Campbell, Empress Janelle Captain Hayes, Maddie Castillo, Caitlin May Casto, Jeremiah Jontavius Cawley, Keenan DeAndre Caesar, Julian Ezekiel Champagne, Terry Seth Champagne, Andrew Michael Chapman, Destiny Brooke Shaguar, Garrett James Showmont, Olivia Delaney Cheatham, Isabella Rose Chesson, Brooklyn Hope Chesson, Michael Taylor Church, Ambria Lynn Clement, Kirsten Riley Colson, Peyton Noah Como, Caden Charles Cooper, Cade Austin Cormier, Caitlin Michelle Cormier, Kaylee Michelle Cormier, Lexis Ann Cormier, Bailey Marie Johnson Covington, Jillian Imari Craddock, Jared Michael Crochet, Julie Ann Cummings, Cavish Daniel, Tin Min Dow, Lila Brooke David, Kara Taylor Dean, Noelle Elizabeth Janice DeGrew. Hannah Marie Delaney. JC Michelle Delaney. Emily Renee Del Papa. Michael Roy Duvall. Sandon Michael Dickinson. Elena Paige Doss. Taylor Blaine Doucette. Colin Trey Doge. Connor Joseph Doge. Hope Leanne Dowers. Sydney Claire Ducote. Thomas Nathan Ducote. Jace Allen Dufresne. Ashlyn J. Dugas. Savannah Sky Dugas. Trinity Dawn Duhan. Amaya Rain Dupree. Haley Nicole Dupree. Elijah Christian Dutel. Lauren Elizabeth Aiken. Sarah Elizabeth East. Dara F.A. Obuke. Keegan Paul Ellender. Cody Allen Elliott. Slade Cole Eloy. Ryan Grabowski Erbelding. Arian Elizabeth Erickson. Elizabeth Ann Everett. Isla Rochelle Ezekiel. Ayla Rochelle Ezekiel. Cade Anthony Falk. Abigail Elizabeth Femster. Derek Miranda Fernandez. Brylan Joshua Fontenot. Christina Marie Fontenot. Haley and Elizabeth Fontenot. Logan Jude Fontenot. Seth Thomas Foreman. George Frederick Fox. Adrian Isaac Franco. Sydney Elena Frugier. Amber Nicole Fry. Reese Dylan Fugelaire. Ethan Paul Gann. Nelsie Garza Martinez. Braden Neil Gaspard. Kaylin Kanice Goche. Brooks Peyton Dever Jardina. Jace Austin Gibbons. Damian Allen Gillard. Mackenzie Sarah Goins. Alejandra Miles Gomez Yanis. Willa Elizabeth Goodrich. Haley Jade Gregg. Joseph Bradley Greenwich. Keelan Jade Griffin. Ethan Aleko Guillory. Jaziona Brene Guillory. Austin Blake Gimbalo. Anna Camille Gunnels. Hunter D. Gustin. Nicole Lynn Hadrian. Jamesia Jeray Hampton. Keenan Cole Harden. Kinsey Elizabeth Hardy. Matthew James Hardy. Bryce Everett Harlow. Autumn Alexis Harper. Jack Daniel Harrell. Grant Anthony Hayden. Sydney Jace Abear. Dustin Wade Helmer. Carmen Lane Hennigan. Victor Javier Hygo. Gavin Paul Higginbotham. Rachel Claire Higginbotham. Aaliyah May Hilton. Brandon Douglas Hines. Gavin Keith Hoffpower. Dylan Paul Holder. Matthew Gregory Holmes. Ashton Blake Honey. John Randall Hooks. Blaine Damon Ingram. Terrell Glenn East. Anthony Dwayne Jackson. LaShayla Alize Jackson. Vanaya Mariante James. Frederick Dwayne Jarman. Madison Gail Jean. Shakiri Eloni Johnson. Ethan Joseph Johnson. Iona Monique Johnson. Justin Monroe Johnson. Naya Lachey Johnson. Wayne Johnson. Alexis Catherine Jones. Kimberly Elizabeth Jordan. Jalen Charles Joseph. Carly Ray Calshore. Annabelle Catherine Kears. Angela Eve Kittner. Caitlin Bell Kohlenberg. Braden Cade Kyle. Lauren Gabrielle LeBove. Mia Claire LeBove. Jolie K. LaFleur. Caleb Wade LaFleur. Macy Nicole LaFleur. Trade Michael Laird. Gabriel James Landry. Callie Sue-Ann Landry. Logan Thomas Landry. Kyle Allen Langley. Gabriel Thomas Lanier. Chloe Paige Lantier. Caleb Matthew Lotta. Alec Jace LeBlanc. Dalton Andrew LeBlanc. Jamie Gabriella LeBlanc. Jenna Claire LeBlanc. Justice Paige LeBlanc.
Mason Zachary LeBlanc. Nicholas James LeBlanc. Spencer Roland LeBrun. Wyatt Michael LeBrun. Trenton Chase Lecoq. Richard Ledette. Mason Alec LaFranc. Keely Paige Leger. Cameron Zane Lejeune. Carter Eugene Lemaire. Joshua Daniel Lessiker. Valerie Dawn Leviner. Virginia K. Lewis. Madison Claire Link. Kinley Nicole Lorette. Jefferson Lee Lobbs. Abby Gail LaBou. Matthew Tyler Logan. Guadalupe Andrea Lopez. Kayla Marie Lucas. Jadeja Lynch. Sierra Lee Majors. Jaslyn Jade Maldonado. Dakota Ryan Manning. Ariana Nicole Marcantel. Summer Nicole Marcantel. Jerry Marquis Maracle. Kylie Marie Marler. Al Capone Alvin Marshall. Hallie Grace Martin. Hazen Matthew Martin. Jonalee Kate Martin. Tanner Lee Massey. Callie Paige McBride. Davy Archata McCraith. Wyatt Paul McFarlane. Zachary James McCarty. Clarence Joseph McGuire. Catherine Marie McKeon. Claire Nicole McMillan. Madison Paige Meadows. Caleb Ryan Mahoves. Abby Nicole Meir. Madison Claire Merrill. Isabel Rain Metcalf. Kirsten Rochelle Meir. Cameron Allen Miller. Caitlin Elizabeth Miller. Dustin Lee Mills. Harley K. Molitor. Caitlin Noel Monso. Daniel Allen Moody. Gabrielle Elise Moore. Haley Danae Moore. Benjamin Kane Morgan. Dean Samuel Morgan. Lucas Nathaniel Morgan. Jagger Wayne Morrison. Kanan Dane Morrow. Elizabeth Ann Moss. Leslie Camille Mott. Caitlin Denise Mouton. Regan Travis Myers. Sydney K. Oblanc. Mackenzie Elise Odom. Reagan Itiano Ojaro. Arnulfo Oliveras. Johnny Keith Oquin. Rayleigh Danielle Oquin. Stephen Wayne Owen. Christopher Stephen Pantaleon. Hallie Danae Parker. Brennan Scott Peliquin. Layla Leanne Peliquin. Cedric Dorian Penegar. Jordani Perez. Abigail Jolie Perkins. Austin Mark Perrin. Tate Christopher Persing. Morgan Lee Peshoff. Sydney Claire Peshoff. Dedrick Isaiah Peters. Elijah Ray Peters. Kyle Blake Pivoto. Addie Rose Phipps. Madison Marie Plaisance. Bryce Austin Pollock. Ian Gabriel Porter. Michaela Danae Poe. Camille Elizabeth Pointer. Jenna Elizabeth Prince. Shaylee Ann Pruitt. Laren Claire Rocca. Erin Elizabeth Randall. Heaven Renee Raven. Caitlin Renee Rayborn. Malik James Rito. Stephen Gabriel Reel. Madison Lane Reeves. John Austin Reagan. Reese Braden Ryder. Ashton Dawn Richard. Keelan James Richard. Annalise Lauren Ritchie. Erica Jade Robideau. Dara Lene Robinson. Russell Gage Robinson. Coy Dalton Roden. Emily Lane Rodriguez. Caden Tate Rogers. Mary Elizabeth Rollins. Michael Gerald Ryans. Hannah Isabel Sanchez. Karen Deep Carr Sandu. Tiffany Elise Savage. Zachary Dale Savage. Destin Ryan Savoy. Michelle K. Sawyer. Keely Lucita Renee Scheffler. Charles Britton Schrumpf. Ashton Blaze Sedano. Bo Garrett Sellers. Gray Walter Sherman. Jaqueline Umari Simeon. Preston Ray Simon. Madison Brooke Singleton. Blaze David Smith. Danny K. Smith. Caleb Brian Smith. Saley Brianna Smith. Cade Alexander Swallow. Kendall Mark Swallow. Cassie Ray Spears. Madeline Anise Renee Spates. Isabella Grace Stampley. Piper Ann Louise Statham. Ryan Charles Steinhauser. Cameron Joseph Stetz. Jace Douglas Stein. Shayla Michelle Tarver. Patience Micah Tozan. Abby May Tarot. Tiana Nicole Tarot. Trenton Gage Tarot. Vinlisa Tang. Gavin Cade Terrio. Claire Elizabeth Thibodeau. Natalie Elizabeth Thibodeau. Zachary Kane Thibodeau. Rudavir Singh Thin. Brian Torres Ariano. Tate Christopher Trahan. Austin Nathaniel Tremonti. Addie Mill Trimmy. Colby Ray Trosclair. Ashton Dever Tucker. Tori Alyssa Turberville. Vincent Jacob Alexander Turberville. Kate Lynn Turner. Thomas Lee Tyree. Abigail Claire Vanacore. Brianna Paige Verdine. Sylvia Sue Verrett. Jackson Paul Viator. Macy Elise Viator. Donald Luke Weiss. Carson Reed Vidrine. Kevin Charles Vincent. Trent Ethan Vergadamo. Abigail Lynn Visser. Caitlin Grace Vitello. James Michael Walker. Nolan Daniel Walls. Matthew James Walsh. Logan Hunter Walter. Hope Marie Warner. Christina Emily Watson. Phoenix Mikhail Webb. Sydney Patrice Widener. Sydney Lane Welsh. Wesley James Welsh. Raylan Page Welter. Hunter Ashton Wesley. Javante Keon White. Vanessa Lee Wilburn. Hannah Rose Wilkerson. Hunter Bryce Williams. Kylie McHale Williams. Gavin Joel Wolf. Kayana Elise Ray. Blaine Russell Wright. Mason Coleman Wright. Abby Danielle Wyatt. Dustin Wyatt Wynn. Artisha Marie Ann Young. Brant James Youngblood.
Class of 2020, at this time, please join me in moving your tassels to the left. You are now all officially graduates of Sulphur High School. Class of 2020, to quote J.K. Rowling's Albus Dumbledore, it is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. What we have learned from these past 4 years is not about the events that occur. It is about how each and every one of us handle those events. Remember to make good choices, and if you make mistakes, learn from them. We are about to enter into the busiest time of our lives, and we have been given an opportunity to slow down and embrace all of life's little moments. Remember the moments right here in this stadium. Remember the moments we've shared at Sulphur High. And finally, remember to smile, because this is our moment.
Good evening and welcome to Matt Walker Memorial Stadium in the Sulphur High School. On behalf of Superintendent Carl Brookhouse and Sulphur High School Principal David Poole, we would like to welcome the Sulphur High School administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2020.